We're Sales Tax and More. Welcome to our frequently asked questions series where we answer your most asked sales tax questions. Today, our topic is international sellers. Do I need a U.S. entity to sell in the U.S. or collect sales tax? And are there any benefits to opening a U.S. entity? A U.S. entity is not required to sell in the U.S. or collect sales tax. We have many clients that keep their foreign entity and some that are even operating as sole traders and proprietors. In some instances, opening a U.S. entity can complicate income tax requirements. If you want a U.S. entity, though, we can form it for you. If you are working with U.S. suppliers, some of them can and will only work with U.S. entities. The reasoning is varied, but a big one we often hear is the supplier is often limited because of territory and or licensing issues with their supplier. In these instances, a U.S. address is generally also required. Not all supplies have either of these requirements, but we can provide a U.S. address as well for a U.S. entity. Is an EIN or FEIN required to sell or collect sales tax? Most states require an EIN or an FEIN to register to collect sales tax. An EIN or FEIN is generally not required to sell in the United States. However, some, but not all, vendors and suppliers may require it if you are making purchases in the United States. Your logistics company and customers broker may also require it. We can assist you in getting an EIN or an FEIN. Is a Social Security number, or ITIN, required to register for sales tax? If you are a U.S. resident, you must generally supply one of the two. If you are not a U.S. resident, you do not have to have either. The states make it appear that you do, and if you do not know the workarounds, you may get stuck. The state is often difficult or impossible to work with unless you get to the correct person. The process takes longer and has more steps in some states. I do not have a bank account in the United States. Can you still help me with my sales tax? We do not require a U.S. bank account to file sales tax returns, remit taxes to the states, or for any of our other services. However, the states and other companies that provide sales tax return services often require a U.S. bank account. We actually opened a segregated U.S. bank sub-account under our master account for the payment for your taxes. Can you assist with or complete forms such as W-8BENE or W-8BEN forms? Yes, we have a service where we can assist or complete your W-8BENE or your W-8BEN forms. Could I have my mail from the various states sent to your firm? Yes, if we are filing your sales tax returns, you may use our address as your mailing address. Our final question on this topic is, lately, our company has been receiving sales orders from companies overseas and asking us to drop ship to a customer in a state we have nexus in. Our customer says they shouldn't be charged tax. Are they correct? Unless your customer has a specific exemption, you must collect either the tax or the certificate in lieu of the tax acceptable to the state where an item is delivered. You do not have an option. It does not matter where your customer is located. A customer is never asked where they have nexus when determining what state's rate to charge. This is no different just because your customer is foreign. However, there are 36 states where your customer can provide some form of alternative resale documentation without having to get registered. This will prevent you from having to charge the tax. However, in the 10 tough states, which include California, your customer will need to be registered in the state in order to provide a valid certificate. We have a chart available in the premium portion of our website that identifies the different forms of alternative documentation customers with Nexus may be used for each state. We hope this answers some of the pressing international seller questions that we get. As a reminder, we offer a great number of free resources on our website, including webinars, videos, and blogs. If you are in need of a consultation, please visit our website, salestaxandmore.com. We look forward to seeing you again.